Hey YouTube, what's going on? ZeroMagnumX here. It's been a while since I've done a deck profile. I figured I would feature the cross, which I went 4-0 with at locals. I get to attend, well, locals, I put it in quotes because it's about an hour and 20 minutes away. So I get to attend it like once a month. And I'll give you my matchups before I go over the deck and kind of what happened. My first matchup was versus Medio Kaiser, Victo, Plasma, Nova Grapplers. I had to G-assist, they had to G-assist. I found mine, they didn't, so they were grade locked. It was a close match. I think had I had not G-assisted, I might have done better in our game. I mean, I still won, so that's fine. But, there's a difference between winning and knowing you're in the driver's seat. And Kagura, as I said in my clan discussion video, is a deck that always wants to be in the driver's seat. It always wants to be ahead. I didn't feel very ahead in that game. I had to pull myself through. And through striding pretty aggressively, maybe more than I would have liked, I think I accomplished it. Okay, so round number 2. So I got that. We only do singles, best of 1, so 1-0 there. The second one was versus Kagura, and it was like a Kroll Dragon variant. I'm not sure exactly what it was all running, but he definitely pulled off the superior ride of Kroll Dragon when I was on grade 1, which was rough to fight. Eventually I pulled out through it. I think it's because I had strides, and even though I was on grade 1, I still kind of mitigated the damage a little bit. He was running stands, so card advantage was low on his part, and he didn't see many critical triggers, which was fortunate for me, so I managed to win that. Game number 3 was versus Oracle Think Tank. This is the only game I felt like I was completely in charge of the entire match, or rather game, because he had the G-assist, and I was able just to plow through. He found his grade 3, but Oracle's getting the neg 2 to hand can be difficult for them. Alright, and then in the final matchup, I played Cap Butler Risers, and I managed a few good triggers. I mitigated my damage. I think I just played that game well. He made one misplay on forgetting to add another 5,000 power to one of his rearguard units, which I had just enough to guard over the course of how I was guarding. And I think had he remembered that trigger, I could have lost. This was the finals. We're basically playing for $5. We do $10 buy-ins, and then it's store credit. So first place was $30, second was $25. And for me, that meant I walked away with Narset, which is for another game I play called Magic the Gathering. She's like a $30 card, so I needed a third one for my Magic deck. Anyway, so that's the breakdown. Here is the deck itself. It's a little offbeat compared to your normal cross deck. First, we're using Red Pulse Draco Kid. He seems to be the best starter, especially in Stride format. Then we have 4 Magnum Shot Draco Kid. I mean, I have to use Magnum Shot because, my channel name ZeroMagnumX. So, 4 of this guy. 3 Blu-ray Draco Kid. I'm only running 7 crits, and then I'm running 5 draws. 3 Gatling Claw, and then 2 of the Seal Dragon here to Soul Charge to help. It's because I'm running the full set of Wyverns. So we have 4 Mother Orb Dragons, just the heal trigger I grabbed 4 of. Alright, and I only own 2 Protect Orb Dragons. I suggest if you do make this deck and you have 4, use 4. I need to find 2 more eventually. The end flip could have been useful, but it never truly mattered in a lot of my games. And I just used 2 of their Perdition Dragons. Then, like I said, I run 4 Wyvern, so you need the Soul Charge with these guys. He was important where I needed him, and then was an okay 5k booster behind Vanguard. I mean, it's Vanguard, you're in Legion or Stride, you're just swinging for ridiculous numbers anyway. 3 Gojo. I don't like 4, I like 3 for the cross. I like 4 in Perditions, because Perdition is focused on heavy Legion, this deck we're focused on Legion, I feel this, like it can also benefit from just striding out and beating the opponent, which is also why I include 2 Lava Flow Dragons to help with strides. Okay, grade 2s, we have 4 Burning Horn Dragon. I mean, it's a staple. If you have to ride it, fine, it's a 9k. I got this guy a lot in each side of my field, and it was fantastic on just crushing numbers. I underestimated this card a lot before, but now my opinion has changed of it. It is definitely worth the $5 a piece in a rare that they are. So I had a playset, thankfully, and never got rid of it. So 4 burnouts. I've had these guys since I built my Rebirth deck, so it was nice to have them. This is where other people differ. A lot of using 3 to 4. I like the straight up 4. I mean, this card's always going to be really good. Even if you read it in Vanguard Circle, it's still 9k, but it's just always early retirement, especially with Gojo. I mean, versus the Kagero match, he did Gatling Claw, got a superior ride, still had like his Red Paul Straco kit out. It was my turn. I was able to use Burnout to take care of another unit, along with Gatling Claw. Gatling Claw cleared out his Red Pulse, and this cleared out another unit, just giving me a 2-for-1 because Gojo pitched a, I think it was a cross, or, no, I'm sorry, it was, yeah, I think it was the cross, because I had Overlord the Great in my hand, and I think the Great is better in the Kagero mirror, just because it's more cost efficient. 2 Dragonic Neoflames, because you have to run them for the Great. Just be careful. I mean, even if you just want to hold one in hand, if you open it with it and cling to it, so then that way you can guard appropriately and then get into the Great and make sure it doesn't go to damage. Just be careful on only running 2 because of it going to damage zone, but it was never really a problem for me because the only reason I really run the Great is versus Kagero, and it's exactly how my games ended up. The cross was ran in every single game besides Kagero Mirror. That's whenever I ran the Great, and I took the game easily because of it. I feel like it's a fantastic card. It surprised me. 2 Ilham. A little bit different. Because my deck is Legion focused, this is free retiring. So I figured, why not? And then finally we have 4 the Cross for my grade 3 lineup. Fantastic card. I shouldn't have to explain why. 3 Dragonic Overlord the end, and my Miser, one of the Great for my Kagero mirror match, because my locals wasn't really heavy in Kagero. So that's the Cross deck. I hope you enjoyed this Kagero deck profile. Oh, and I should just go over strides, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We run 2 Mob Mud, 4 Root Flare, there's a second Walnut, and then 2 Atmos just to pressure late game. So, I mean, like, but Kagero stride decks are generic enough that if you needed to know what they run, that's what I run. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to comment, favorite, like, and subscribe. And see you next time, YouTube. Peace, and have a good one.